What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. So I put up a question on Instagram and I said, what would you guys like to see next? And the most requested thing was iMovie edits, how to edit your haircut videos. So today we're gonna get into some iMovie. I would much rather use Final Cut Pro, but I do understand that it is a little bit more advanced. So we're gonna start from the beginning, from where I started. How I started editing my haircut videos in the beginning was through iMovie. So here we go, guys. Run the intro. Alright, so a couple tips before you get started when you're shooting your footage. I've already shot everything that we're going to edit today. I shot it a while back. This is going to be one of my older haircuts that I did probably about 3-4 months ago. It's just something that I had on my computer that we can just play with and mess around with on iMovie. But you want to do it when you're filming these haircut videos and you're trying to create a storyline. So when you're filming, you want to make sure everything happens in order. So if you cut the top of the head, you know, that's the first step. Then the second step, you know, you want to be in order so that way when you go to edit these videos, it's going to be a lot easier on your timeline. You're going to know where everything falls into place. And I always like to edit to music. So if everything's in order and I can kind of maneuver that way and I'm organized, it's going to work a lot better and I'm going to be able to create my videos a lot faster. So always try to stay as organized as you can when you're filming. If you're going to film some B-roll type stuff, do it at the end and then mix it in. But try to keep your haircut on your camera in order so that way when you're creating your storyline on your edit, it'll fall right into place. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get into this. So let's get on in here and get on to iMovie and let's get started on this first edit. Alright, so I got iMovie opened up. And when you're first starting, once you get into iMovie, you're gonna go to Create New. You're gonna click Movie. Trailer's gonna add like templates and stuff. You don't really need any templates for just creating creating a haircut movie. You're not gonna need any templates. So just skip that part and just go to Movie for now. And this is gonna take you to this screen, and you're gonna want to import your media, whether it's on an SD card or if it's on a external hard drive. I usually like to keep mine on an external hard drive, just so I don't fill up too much space on my computer. So I like to use external, but if you have it on an SD card, that'll work as well. Just hit import media, find where your file is. Mine's in the raw production. This is where I keep all my stuff. This is my external hard drive, but I'm just gonna click whatever it is that I need and I'm gonna import selected, and it's gonna go right onto my timeline. Then I'm gonna want to do the same thing with music. You're gonna click this little arrow up here on the left corner and you're gonna find the music that you want, and same thing, just import. But I've already went ahead and did everything, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna take you guys into what I've already put together just to make this a little faster, and it's how to edit tutorial. And as you can see, I've already put everything into my timeline. Nothing too crazy. I probably got about 14 to 16 clips right here. And I'm just gonna create a little 60-second video for you guys. This should be 1 minute of music. Yep, exactly 1 minute. So the first thing I'm gonna wanna do is drop my music down to my timeline and drag it and drop it. So now I got my music set up and I'm gonna start my edit. I like to edit to the beat, so we're gonna play it. So I just added these 3 marks using the M on my keyboard. I'm gonna mark my clip. So I'm gonna do that again from the beginning. I'll go ahead and delete these just so I can show you guys again how I'm going to mark my clip for my music. So what I'm gonna wanna do is I'm gonna start the music from the beginning with the space bar and the M. So the space bar is gonna start my music, M is gonna mark it. So I'm marking every drop. just creating the base for my video, creating a foundation right here. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I want my music to fade in and fade out. So if you drag your mouse right over the end of this clip right here, you can click that circle and just drag it out, maybe about 4 seconds, 4.5, and you're gonna listen to the music and it's gonna fade in. I'm gonna do the same thing on the back end of the clip. I'm gonna take that circle and I'm just gonna drag it about 4 seconds. Boom, 4.5. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're not gonna really notice it, but it just helps me get. It makes it a little more detailed. I like to I don't know. I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my videos, so I like everything to be a certain way. All right, so now that I've marked my audio, I'm gonna go in and start adding footage. So I'm gonna go right here to the settings where you see this little widget, and I'm gonna open it up a little bit just to give me more space to work with down here. That way I can cut my clips right to fit into these bars. So I'm gonna start with this first clip, and I'm gonna drag it down to my timeline. And as you can see, it's way too long. I'm gonna right click it first and detach the audio so that way you cannot hear it. And I'm just gonna delete that out. That's gonna make the file a little smaller, make it easier to send to your phone. And I'm gonna cut it down to right about that second purple line. I'm just gonna drag it out to right there. Try to match it up with that drop. See? Alright, so you see it went black right when it dropped, when the beat dropped. And I'm gonna move to the next clip. Trim this down. Alright, about 2 seconds. I'm gonna drag it back to the see how you can hear that clip? That's why you gotta right click, detach the audio, delete it. Alright, so now we're gonna trim this one by just gliding over it. Once you see those 2 arrows, I'm gonna bring that back to that purple bar right before it. And we're gonna add the next clip. And with this edit right here, we're not gonna get crazy detailed. This is just gonna give you like an idea of how you can transition, how you can make your clips kind of go to the music. All right, so far we got. All right, so you see how everything's in order up here on my timeline, so that helps me really get my edit down. So it's not too crazy. I'm not gonna get crazy on iMovie because this is really like a really basic editing software, so you really can't get too crazy. You can add some nice transitions, which we'll do in the end, but for the most part, we're just gonna be really basic. Attach audio, but it's gonna be much better than the edit like on your phone or something. You know, this is actually a program that's gonna help you create, you know, good quality videos for Instagram and social media. Alright, so then I'm gonna add a clip from this one, trim this down to right there. Each little drop is about two seconds, so I'm gonna trim my clips down to about 1.5 seconds is what it is, but I'm doing about 2. Again, detaching the audio. Leaving it out the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and add clips from each clip I filmed. Put that down to about 2. Too short right there. And just dragging it down, trimming it up. Right click, attach audio. Simple enough. I don't really like where that one landed because he kind of looked at the camera, so I'm going to reverse it a little bit. I'm going to take it and I'm going to use a different part of the clip. So then with these little bars right here that you see in between each clip, you can add transitions up here in the top. And they've got some pretty cool ones that come standard. Fade to white, spin out, circle, doorway, swap. I don't get too crazy with the transitions. I like to kind of create my own, but you can get as creative as you want on here. Spin out's pretty cool. You just add it to the middle of the clip, and then when you play it, spin out. And you can add these transitions in between each part of your edit. Slide. And these are all just really basic transitions that come standard with iMovie. But I don't use too much. I like simple edits. I think it's cleaner and it just gets to the point. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep adding these clips in throughout the whole video. Right click, attach. And see, and once you figure out how to do these edits, these simple edits, you can go back. Once you learn the basics of it, then you can start getting creative and really trying to figure out what it is what story you want to tell with your videos. And that's what makes it fun. But you gotta really figure out the basic stuff first. Because if you try to jump into all the technical stuff, you're just gonna get frustrated. And it takes time to learn. Just adding clips in. I'm just adding these clips in and then we'll get creative at the end. Attach audio. And sometimes you can even skip one of these if you want something to really show detail, or like a clip you want it to be a little longer. You can skip one of them and just put it to the end of this one, and it'll still look okay. You just skip the drop, but it's okay. It'll still look good. So you don't have to do every single one of them. If you want to show a detail in a certain part or a certain clip, like I wanted people to see the towel actually being placed on the face, so I just skipped one. So I got about 4 more clips. I'm just gonna add these in, and this video might not even be a minute. This might be about a 30-second video, which is cool. You get a little bit more views when your clips are shorter. Sometimes the super long videos, they don't capture people's attention as much, so shorter videos aren't bad. If you want to do 30 seconds, 40 seconds, whatever works. So I got about 3 more clips I'm gonna add real quick, and then we'll finish off the video. Last clip I'm gonna leave a little longer because it's really just showing off the haircut or the end result. So I'm gonna make that one long and just let it play out. Just a little this clip right here. Right there. So far we got about, I want to say 29 seconds worth of video. Yep, about 29, 21 on video, which is cool. You don't want it to be, you know, if you don't have, I don't have a lot of footage to throw in here, and for the sake of this video to not make it super long, we'll just do the 30-second video, which is cool. It just still shows you exactly what you have to do. Even if you're doing a 60-second video, you're gonna want to just add your clips in on beat, and then you can just throw in transitions if you want. You know, whatever looks good to you. I'm just gonna throw in a couple in between. There's some different ones that look cool in no particular order. And again, you can get creative with it. You don't have to do all this stuff. You can throw it in every other clip or however you want to do it, but I'm going to show you what these transitions look like. I'm going to throw another transition right there. Definitely want to throw a transition in between the finishing the haircut and the actual haircut itself. So I'm gonna do this circle, throw that in there, and then I want my end clip to fade to black, just like we did our music. We want to make sure that has a nice ending to a black screen, so that works perfect. And I'm actually gonna do the same thing to the beginning, adding a black clip to the front, just so it opens up, you know, smooth. So there it is, guys. A quick edit on iMovie. There's a lot of other tools up here you can use. You got this shake. If you're a little shaky and you want to stabilize your video, that'll help stabilize it. Audio, you can move up and down. You can crop. You can add some color. You can change the colors of your video with this. You can take the saturation down. That's pretty cool. So you can mess with the colors right here. You can match, you can white balance if you're maybe your exposure is a little bit too high and you want to change the white balance, you can use that. So you do have some pretty cool tools on this program, but it is super basic. There's not really a lot of craziness you can do, but it is a great program to start off with. It's the program that I started with when I started editing video. So I do recommend it if you're just getting started with video and you're just getting into trying to put your haircut videos together. This is a great tool to start. So go ahead and download it. If you have an iPad, you can use an iPad, you can use your iPhone. I recommend doing it on a computer or iPad because it gives you a little bit more options than it does on your phone. So definitely try to use a computer or try to use your iPad. But that's the basics of it right there. This is just a quick edit. Nothing fancy, no color grading, just a way to show your clients your haircuts in a professional manner with, you know, some vibes, some music to it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, anything you'd like to know, please leave it in the comment section below. If you like the video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, man. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Everybody stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.